Hello. Oh, yes. Last night, finally, we had somewhat of a normal sleep, all of us. Emma slept in, like our oldest. Amazing. The youngest slept, well, 15 minutes past 5, which is actually good for him. And yeah, so the mood today is very, very different. It's kind of weird. That's the thing. Like, that's why things, when you have kids, changes from one day to the other. Is because you have this long run of not getting enough sleep, and you just need one night of relatively good sleep, and then everything changes the day after. But when you are four people living in one house, like if one of you, especially the kids, have a bad night, then that affects the parents, and then like everything goes to shit. Anyways, let's not talk about that today. Let's talk about this app. Let's see. Yeah, it's running here. So I made some changes. Like last time we were playing around with image API. Let's do, well, I can show you our, well, I can show you the sandbox. We're playing around with the image APIs to see if when you add groceries that you kind of would get an image out of the box. But yeah, after it was a lot of fun testing the API, and I think all of us learned a bit about that. But I don't think it will work, just because like the image won't, like it will never be what you expect it to be. Like you have a very precise idea about how that grocery looks like, and it will never look like that. And even though you can like flip through images and stuff, it will never be that mental image you have. So I implemented so that you can rather grab an image yourself. Let's see. Oh, but here suddenly it looks super weird. Oh, this is weird. Oh, wait, it's because it's going to be like that. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so the way this works is that you go to a grocery, you can do capture image, it fires up the camera. Yeah, and now it's like super wide because of I'm using this other camera here, but it does like crop it automatically, and it was so grainy the first time I did it. But of course on iPhone, like 32 by 32 pixels isn't 32 by 32 pixels on iPhone. It's actually, I think on some iPhones it's even 4 times. Like you need 4 times the size of 32 by 32 pixels to actually squeeze all the pixels in. Anyways, so this is how it looks. And I was trying to defend like what's the value of this. It was just something I wanted to try. And then yeah, I've been reflecting what's the value of this. The cool thing is that it does like populate, like it livens up your grocery list. And when you go shopping, I have a feeling it's going to be less of a mental load because you don't have to read the names all the time. You just have this visual trigger of what grocery you're picking up. And again, like what is that so important? I don't know, but at least you have the possibility. Like you're not forced to do this. It's something you can do if you want to. So I'm going to try it a little bit. Also changed a little bit so you have this really nice indication now. This helped a ton actually. And then maybe that's the result of adding this image, is that it led me to adding this label thing. So it's gray when you don't have any grocery, and then it's colored when you actually do have one, which is really helps with the separation. So I added, so what we're getting pretty close to now is, I asked my girlfriend, like our plan now is to add a new one here called dinner planning or something like that. And when you start, when you create a family, we will fill up your grocery list with the ingredients necessary to make these dinners. and those will be indicated. So like it's just a grocery, but it will have like is ingredient true or something. So it's kind of has an indication that it's an actual ingredient. And then you will have this dinner planning where we'll start off with like 7 dinners, and you don't commit to each one of them. You actually commit to a week of dinners. And what happens is when you commit to that week, it will fill up your grocery list automatically. And then it will also add a to-do. And that to-do is dinner prepping. So typically on a Sunday, you have this session where you kind of plan the next week. You commit to to a set of dinners, which fills up the grocery list. It adds a to-do on to go grocery shopping and also to prep that dinner. And then you kind of choose when you do this during the week. And then, yeah, there are details around like how does this commitment to these dinners actually tie into the to-dos and the grocery list and everything. But it's a start, so we're going to play around with that. Yes. And then, but other than that, I have this small list of things. So I'm kind of waiting for my girlfriend to give me the first recipe so that we can try implementing that. But I have this thing here. Let's see. If I have these small UI fixes, and I thought maybe we could look at those because I don't have that much time today. So what's this? Yeah, so there's this bug. Maybe we should look at that first. Let's see if we can reproduce it here. Fix bug where you add a new to-do and plan it into next week. I don't think this is going to happen here in the sandbox. I think it's only happening in production because it's a Firebase issue. Okay, but let's see. So let's add a new to-do. Whoop. And then when I plan next week, what happens in production is that it removes everything else. Well, it doesn't remove it from the database, but it isn't displayed. You have to refresh to get it back. So we'll need some production data here. So let's run it in dev mode instead. And by the way, I'm actually developing this using the new stuff we're building at Code Sandbox, and it's really awesome. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to showing that off. I'm actually going in summer vacation in July, and then I have paternity leave until mid-November, which is kind of which is okay. Like on one hand, I have to do paternity leave, both like from like the government in Norway is really what's it called? Like equality in terms of women and men, especially in the family. Like my work isn't any more important than my girlfriend's work. Actually, my girlfriend's work is more important than my work because she's working on this new medical supply thing, which is going to actually save lives. So the government kind of forces, it doesn't force. Well, by law, we have to split up our paternity leave. That's the point. And it's a really good thing. But being in paternity leave, well, I guess it's maternity leave if you're a woman. Anyways, the problem with paternity leave is that I'm not able to use my brain because it's all about routines. And there are like nice moments, but it's very like every day is the same. You have this routine to keep the baby happy, and you just stick to that. And the baby has some naps, which gives you some time to use your brain. But you have to be really careful about that, because even though you have your routines, one day is like half an hour napping, the other day it might be 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. and you never know. So if you kind of dive into something and put too much focus on it, you're going to get super angry if the baby wakes up after half an hour. This happened to me all the time last time I was in paternity leave, and I don't want that to happen this time. So I have to be really careful about how I dedicate that time, so I don't end up blaming the baby. What were we talking about? I got completely off here. Yeah, we were going to fix this bug. Yeah, so this is production. If we, let's see. Yeah, so this is next week. Yeah, so this is also a bug. It's the sorting here. We're going to fix that. But let's see. We're going to add a to-do, and we're going to look at the dev tool here and see what the hell is happening. Okay, so I'm going to go in. This seems to be yeah, this is so weird. Like there's this amazing Chrome bug related to this. You see it open, and I did actually close it, but it doesn't happen on this. It's so strange. Anyways, test description. Yeah, and this is just a bug, like UI bug related to a big screen, but you're not supposed to use it on this size anyways. So we'll save that, and then we'll do plan next week. And then when I do this, no, now it worked. The last time I did this, it actually removed all the other ones. Have I made any changes? Let's see, let me remove it. And let me test on my phone. I wonder how that happened. Yeah, and you can see here I added some images, banana. And this is me sitting on the toilet testing the initial one because the camera was facing the wrong way. So I made an update, but I haven't updated the image. And then it's like milk. And I don't know what this is in English. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Okay. Test, store, plan next week. No, everything is here now. That's so weird. Okay. Okay, I guess that wasn't a bug. That worries me. Like when you have a clear bug, and then it wasn't a bug, or you can't reproduce it. Yes, so one thing I wanted to do, I want to get rid of this plan current week. I really wanted that to be kind of part of this thing. So you would like have an edit here instead. But I'm not sure how to expose that. Because this is a slider. Oh, that didn't work very well. There we go. This is a slider, so it's kind of weird that you do edit, and it looks like you edit the day instead of the week. So, but maybe we could put it on the same thing, like it's kind of like two buttons, but that's also kind of weird. Yeah, and that's the thing, like UI is sometimes more difficult than implementation. I have no idea how to. Yeah, and it's going to be interesting. Like now, this list is quite random, but I'm going to shop later today. So after I go through this one time, the next time I do grocery shopping, this should be sorted automatically based on how I pick the groceries later today, which is, yeah, interesting. Looking forward to testing that. Anyways, How the hell are we going to remove that item and still have the functionality? Well, yeah, because we could just remove it as well. So you can't plan the current week. But then you're not able to, like, if you forget something and you add it as a to-do, you're not able to, like, actually put it in there, which is bad. So you should really be able to edit. Well, this is interesting. We could do plan week as a single item, and then rather here you would be able to flip between, like, current and next week. Yeah, exactly, because it's unlikely, like doing user experience design, there's so many details to that. But the thing is, like, the stuff that you're most likely to do, that should be at the forefront. And then things that you're unlikely to do, that can be hidden behind, like, another click, for example. So if we have plan week, we could start on next week. And then you have the possibility to click something here to change it to the current week. That would effectively, yeah. And we could even have, like, we could even have, like, an indication of when this week is, like, because that's also a thing, and not by date but by days. So you would kind of have plan week starting in 3 days, for example, something like that. Yeah, I think I want to try that. Question is, how do we, so plan next week, and then we could have in 3 days, starts in 3 days. Let's try to add that first, and then, yeah, so in this way we could actually plan, like, several weeks ahead if we wanted to do that. That's kind of not the purpose, but we could have a button here saying, like, current this week. Okay, but let's try adding that in whatever days. So we'll just move back to the sandbox mode. Oh, I don't need that one. Compiling. Okay, so let's remove one of these items. Let's see. Dashboard view, I believe it is. So this is plan current week, and this will be plan week instead. So we need to plan week. We need to change that. This is the kind of annoying thing, having having text resources, is that it's so much work. Oh. Dashboard. No, sorry, dashboard view. What's this? Dashboard? This week, next week? What the hell? What the hell is dashboard? Why does that have? title. Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, because on the dashboard, like it's not obvious, but when I go into this, it's actually the dashboard that, like, we're reusing the component and we need to pass a title from the outside. How should we do that now? Yeah, maybe this can clean up a little bit. Because the title should now be, how do we know if it's this week? I guess we can just, yeah, let's remove this. Let's remove the title. And now we don't need this anymore. Yeah, this is going to clean up a little bit. We don't need this. Plan week. Don't need that. Don't need this. Plan week. Okay, and then plan week view doesn't have a title anymore. No title. And then we're rather going to say is current week. That would be week equals, oh no, wait, this is the actual, fuck. Maybe we should rather pass that from the outside. Because this is the week data. It's not like the ID of it. Oh, but I do think we have the ID. Let's see. So if week dot ID get current week ID, we can do this. And then if, let's see. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so if it's the current week, we just say plan current week. If not, we are going to render something else. How are we going to do this? Okay, we have to move this up. Oh, UI, so much work. Okay, so plan week. Yeah, so this would be like next week, which is why we don't render anything. And then, so we'll need a div here because we're going to render two things. This is going to be class name flex col plan next week starts in 2 days, just to have something there. Cool. Let's add those. Well, we still needed those. That's fantastic. Plan next week would be plan next week, and plan current week would be plan current week. This is the English version, and then we need the same for the Norwegian. Planlegg neste uke. Planlegg denne uka. Let's see. Oh, by the way, my neighbor sent me a message yesterday. Maybe I can show it to you, I think. There we go. I don't know if you can see it. Can I make it bigger? There we go. Why doesn't it play? That's so weird. Okay, it for some reason the play doesn't actually play. So he's taking the scanner, is tapping, is scanning, I don't know what it is, something. And I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it bumped to 1. Oh, 2, sorry. Kind of cool. So he scans it and it bumps the shopping list. So we have the scanner ready actually. But he broke one of them. So the one that we are going to use, he broke it. So yeah, I'll do a live demo. But that's kind of cool. It's actually working. What were we doing? Plan week. Why isn't this working? Plan next week, plan current week. Why is it saying that we don't have that? Who? Oh, plan week view, sorry. Excuse me. Oops, what happened there? Oh. Cool. Plan week. Okay, now we have plan next week, but we have to make that thing way smaller. Let's see if we can do that efficiently. So class name. So what I'm thinking here, like this is actually taking up quite a bit of space. Maybe we can just text small and then text color. Oh, text gray 300. Oh, not 3000, but 300. Oh, a bit more, 500. And we want to center this stuff. I think that will be an item center. Yes. But still, it's like, it's too big. You see that? I'm a little bit unsure how we're going to fix that. Well, it doesn't really matter. Like it can be this big, but the thing is that okay, we can have ends. Yeah, we can do like ends in 2 days. Yeah, let's do that. I'm lazy. Let's see, let's do this, ends in 2 days. But now we have actually introduced some stuff here. We've introduced, well, I guess that's okay. So when we're on the dashboard view, we're using the dashboard in a loaded state, and we actually need to use it here as well. We don't need this, and then we say send dashboard. Use dashboard. Send dashboard. So we need a button here, which is, we're going to use the toggle between next and current, and the question is, how should that look like? How should that look like? By the way, I'm kind of excited for the new Safari browser because it has tab groups. So it's really nice to just change the tab group, which actually has all the tabs open related to what I'm doing. I wonder why. Maybe there is like a plugin or something for Chrome. Anyways, what were we doing? Yeah, we need this toggle thing. Oh, this is perfect, right? You can click that thing. It says like current week, and then we have this thing here, and then it's kind of weird though, because it's a toggle thing. Like you can't choose like the previous week or the week after that. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. But still, maybe like just tapping this thing. How would we properly indicate that? Like we can make that toggle a single click because there are only two alternatives. But it's kind of weird to have a radio button. Not a radio button, but like a toggle thing, because that's more on and off, and that's not what we're doing. I'm thinking that it's so rarely you actually want to do something with the current week. So having that thing and then like choosing current week or next week, I think that's okay. And it would allow us to like plan even further down the road. Okay, I think we're gonna try that. Oh, I wonder how the code is for this. Jesse. Yeah, this is a full thing. Let's see, menu. Ugh. So much code. So let's see. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Well, we don't have time for it. But let me save it here for now. And I guess that can be the next thing we do. We kind of add that thing. And then we'll see where we are at after that. But yeah, yeah, so we actually did use this for on Sunday to plan, and I actually did do something. Like I had two things I need to figure out. One thing related to taxes and paternity leave, which I actually did on the day I planned to do it, and I need to fix my bike. So I also fixed that the same day I committed it to it. And I was thinking that this archive thing, maybe it could rather be like a checked thing, and we do a little celebration when you actually remove something. I don't know if we're going to use confetti again, but yeah, something that like some kind of celebration. Maybe you can click it and then it keeps the same size, but there's like an animation on top or something like that. I wonder if there's a hero icons checked. Yeah, exactly. Check circle. That's probably better. Using check circle. Let's add this. Use check circle and create a celebration for finishing a to-do. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. Like we can do funny stuff. We can gamify this as well. Like it would be interesting if the person who created the to-do can't finish it. There has to be someone else in the family verifying that you actually did that thing. And then when you kind of check it off, you can give like kudos or something to that person for actually completing that task. So you could have like this, you build up score by doing to-dos. And then maybe there could be like, you can have like a list or something that shows like not prices, but like rewards for doing certain things. Or maybe you could even tie a reward to a to-do, which is kind of funny. Maybe I should write this down. We should change the name of this thing. Changes and suggestions. Let's create another column here. Suggestions. Ability to add reward to do. And if you if reward, someone else has to resolve it to unlock the reward. Something like that. Maybe not like points, but you actually have a specific reward for a specific to do. That's, I don't know. It's just seeing opportunities for gamifying, making it more fun to do this boring family task stuff. Anyways, I have to go. I thought maybe, we'll keep fiddling around with the UI on this until I get that initial ingredient, and then we can like plan how that is going to work. Then it becomes a little bit more technical again. Anyways, have a great day, and we'll talk later.